Hello, it's Fellonius again, and we are going to talk about Swenglish. That is something that is connected between Swedish and English, and I know that you like this. You like how to learn a bit about Swedish. There is one thing that I really dislike in the Swedish language usage. That is that people are separating words that should stay connected. Now in English that's not a problem. You are always putting them aside. But you are not using the same words as we. And if there's anything, it will lead to some sort of, well, not really making it right. Let's just take a very simple one. You have a word called nurse, and that's good. Our nurse, however, is something we call sick nurse. That is, we are also using some sort of pre-noun in order to make sure that you are knowing if it's an under nurse or, well, somehow to judge if it's an x-ray nurse and all that. And we always keep the word together. It's one word. And let's go back to the word sick nurse. If you're separating the words, you always get a sick nurse. And we don't want them. We don't want the nurses to be sick, right? But you call them nurses. So it's easy for you. And if you are separating them, you're not using adjectives. And that's something that we are. We are doing that a lot. But it can go with anything. I have a couple of instances that it's a bit fun, but I need to translate them for you. Now, you know when you're getting your robe on in the morning, you have a morning robe. And that's two words in English. It's not in Swedish, but a morning robe is called a morgonrock. And rock, well, you know what rock and roll is. So if you suddenly, get them separated, it's morning rocks. That's not what we are meaning. Morning rocks, 300 crowns. Yeah. Then we have those jelly or nice little candy that are foam, sort of. We call them actually that, foam. Well, it can be like Santa Claus or something like that. So if you're going around, foam is called skum in Swedish, but skum also means shady. So it's a shady Santa Claus you're going to eat. And then we have ice cream. Now, ice cream is nothing important, but we have a word always ahead of it. Sometimes it's like vanilla or anything else, and that is fun. But you also have something called a ball of ice cream. That is, they are making small balls and putting them inside a waffle or anything. And that is called kula in Swedish. Ball, kula. But kul is the word you use in order to get it into ice cream. So it's kul glass. Glass is ice cream. Now, if you're separating them, you got kul glass. And kul is actually funny. So suddenly you're standing there with a funny ice cream. And that's not what we meant from the beginning. Let's see, we have poisonous. That's a word you're using as well. Let's say that you have an ad in the eBay or whatever, and you're going to sell your poisonous snake. Poisonous snake for sale. Now, in Swedish, snake means orm, so it's no big deal. For sale, säljes, to sell. But poisonous is called gift. And gift is also married. Now, if you are keeping them together, poisonous snake as one word, then it's okay. It's a gift form. It's okay. But if you're separating them, you suddenly get a married snake for sale. And that's not what we meant. I really don't like these separations. No. We have a lot of stuff like it. Smoke-free. I don't think you're separating that. I think you have it in English as one word as well. Smoke-free. It's you're not allowed to smoke there, but I think you more use like smoking is forbidden or something like that. But we have a word that's called smoke-free. But if you're separating them, it becomes smoke freely. And that's not what we meant. Not at all. Let's see if I have any more. Well, we have the persons that's working the tills in the big stores. The till is called kassa. And kassa also means bad. So our till personnel is thereby being kassa personnel, or the bad personnel if you're separating them. Strange, right? The reason Swedes often separates is two. First of all, they don't like long words, and there are dyslexics and stuff that has big problems with having long words. Now, usually you just put I'm not totally sure what that is called, but you just put a sign in between and you get one word still. But they don't know that. And second of all, why don't they know that? Because they have seen written English. And in written English you separate a lot. But what they don't think about is that you use some other words that we don't in order to make that happen. So, I can tell you one thing. If you in English find a word that will be something else if you separate it, you would not use that word as separated. You won't. You are much more inclined to keep it as one word. But in Sweden, no, we're trying to be the 52nd or 53rd or 54th state or anything. So we think that anything that the Americans do, we must do too. And most people really knows what it's supposed to mean, right? Yeah. Thanks for listening. Bye.